Over here in the dark side of the shop. No lights over here yet. Little Porsche's over there, taking up the good spot. Anyways, just wanted to make a little video of the condition of this, and obviously you can see there's a rust hole right there. This is all blown out under here, big hole there, and might be able to see this, I'm not sure. You see that? See where that light's shining through there? That spot? So there's a rust hole there, so I'm just gonna take this probably right to here somewhere, depending on what I find when I start cutting. Just because I can get at this to weld. If I take it any further, I won't be able to weld it. I guess it doesn't matter if I weld across the bottom, but we'll see what happens when I start cutting it out. Everything's all cleaned out of there. Here's what I pulled out. One thing I was a little sorry to see, or upset to see, is that the trunk floor is perforated all along here. So I'm gonna have to, it's actually worse than I thought. I'm gonna have to put a little patch in here. Probably just bring it right out to this ridge here. And just back to where, see where it's kind of crusty. Just bring it back to there. So there's just some more extra work. Here's the brace that I made today. Just a repeat of the other side, only mirror image, of course. I think this one turned out a little nicer. Getting good at this. Anyways, fits nicely in there. Probably can't really see it for this lighting, but there we go. So I just got to drill a hole there for the mount now. And I got to make a little piece that goes from the floor pan to here. It's kind of doubled up here. There's 3 layers that weld together here. So this piece is really very easy to make. It's just, it's all flat pieces. Basically, I just made this one template from the car, and I held it along the edge of the old piece to get this curve here. And then this just matches the curve of the back of the lip on the back of the car. So yeah, so once I had that piece, just cut this out. It's just a flat piece of metal. This is just took a measurement from where I cut all this off of the car. It was 1 7/8. So that's another piece. This is another piece here. I just used this template, laid it on the metal, drew a line, and I moved it over like 5/8 of an inch, drew a line parallel to it, so I had 2 wiggly lines, and just cut on the lines, welded that on there. That's just another piece, same thing. Well, not the same thing, but just a piece, 5/8 of an inch thick, just welded along the edge. And then this piece, actually this was sort of you can't really see it, but you can see, I guess you can see the weld seams there. I made a bit of a mistake on this end here. I didn't have it quite folded in the right place, so I had to stretch it out a bit, same as this one. So then I had to put this piece on the end to clean it up. Anyways, there you go. Easy. And that's just had a socket that was a little bit bigger than that hole, and I just ball peen hammered into the socket. You can see the hole I had to cut in the trunk here. So that area was all rotted out. That's where the brace was spot welded to. So that'll be a pretty simple little fix. Just give you a little look at the inside of this brace. Now that I got it up here, you can see the piece that's just kind of stitch welded on there onto the lip of the floor pan. It comes down and gets sandwiched between the outer skin and the brace. And just give you a look at this side of it. So inside there, you can see that it's a I don't know, just a spacer. Keeps the between the floor pan and the brace. That keeps the bolt from crushing the brace. Yeah, so I'm just all ready to weld this in here for good now. So what I'm going to do to attach this brace to the floor pan is you can see those holes I got drilled there. So I'm gonna drill up through these holes. These are the ones I can get to anyways. And through the floor pan, and then I'm going to come from the top side. I'm going to use this tapered bit, and I'm going to drill down just to open the hole up a little bit, and then I'll hold somehow I'll hold this. I'll just prop this up in here, this piece of copper, and I'll just weld down onto it, and that'll plug those holes up. I'll show you that when I'm all done. We got the first hole opened up, and I've got this hunk of copper wedged up against there with this bar down to the ramp. So I got the welder turned up to number 3 for this. I'll burn that in pretty hot. It should lay pretty flat then. Just taking a look at these plug welds. You can see that one there. Oh, there's another one. And then no, it doesn't look like it got the whole thing, but it's all right. I could just go over that again from underneath. And let's see here, the rest of them. They look good. So I'll just take you up top and have a look. You can see there's one there, there, and then there's one there, but it kind of looks like 2 because it burned off to the side a little bit, so I had to chase it. There's another one there, and then one right at the end there. So that's going to be pretty much it for the brace video. Sorry about that light. I got a bit of a few plug welds to put in there. That's no big deal. And I gotta cap the end off here. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this section off, put that piece in that I built for there, and make these patches. And then I'm gonna leave this cap off. And then I got a cavity spring set up. I can run it right in there and fill that hole, the inside of that whole cavity with some paint. And then I'm going to come after it with some wax, fill it up with a wax mixture, and then I'll put this cap on after, and it'll be all sealed up that way.